Hey gang, this is Mike with my Real Estate Dojo, and today, after 2 years, I'm hitting the gym. Today is my first day to get back into the gym. And for many of you guys that don't know, I've been working out since high school, non-stop. I only stopped one time, that was right after college when I started my business with $100. I decided to live in my car instead of getting a job with the man and working the cubicle. So I had to stop working out for about 3 or 4 years so I could start my business. Right before I decided to give all my stuff away, all my businesses and my clothes and everything I own to homeless people, I was working out 5-6 days a week, and I'll include some images right before I went homeless. You guys can see how buff I was. And then for about a year and a half, 2 years, I did not work out at all. I wanted to, but I was homeless, even though I slept in the 24-hour parking lot. I took showers in 24-hour fitness and other gyms. I didn't want to work out. I was stinky, I had the same clothes, I had a big old beard, my hair was all flowed out, so I didn't want to work out. I was trying to find the meaning of life like Buddha did, like Christ did. So anyways, and now I'm done being homeless, and today is the very first day that I'm starting to work out, and I highly believe that working out has changed my life in high school, it changed my life in college, it changed my life after college, and it's going to change my life right now. And I highly challenge you to get into the gym. Okay, in my mother course, which is 71 chapters, we talk about real estate, but one chapter specifically we talk about getting fit and the importance of being physically fit. So I want to challenge you guys to get into the gym. And for me, it was very, very hard. Even though I love the gym, I'm a gym rat. I grew up in the gym. I got my college degree in fitness, biology and kinesiology. But it was very, very hard to get my mind right to come into the gym because I knew how much pain I had to go through. I knew how much suffering my muscles had to go through, joint aches and stuff like that. So the hardest part, just like real estate, like entrepreneurship, is what's in here. Once you decide in here that you want to do something, okay, you're willing to just jump, then everything else becomes easier in a sense. And the hardest part, for about a month and a half, I was just thinking about it in my mind that I need to start working out. I need to go back to the gym. I need to go back to the gym. But every day my mind gave me some kind of excuses where I just had enough of it. And whenever you have enough of it, that's when change will happen, when you can't take the excuses anymore. And so this morning I woke up, I was going to take a shower, and I said, you know what, let me jump into the gym, because my mind was telling me, hey, you need to hit the gym. So today's my very first day into the gym. It kicked my ass. I didn't go try to kill myself. I was in there for about 40-45 minutes. For many of you guys that don't know, my very first business was a personal training company. We did personal training, kickboxing, massage, all kinds of stuff. I was in high school selling, $1,000, $3,000 courses for personal training to adults in their 25 and their 30s, okay? And I was in high school. I wasn't even 18, guys. So if you guys want to get in shape and you want to get a basic foundation of how to work out, I've been training people for 12-15 years, from 24-hour fitness to Bally's. I have my own personal training company. So if you guys want to get a quick workout program to help you start your venture into fitness, I could set it up for you. I can do a video for you guys. I would only recommend doing 5 exercises when you start off, and make them real simple. Like, I was only in the gym. That included my warm-up for about 40-45 minutes, dude, okay? The 5 exercises that I did is, first of all, I warmed up. The second thing I did, was squats. The next thing I did was bent over rolls, and if you don't know what that is, I'll show it to you if you guys are interested. The next thing I did is shoulder press. The next thing I did was abdominal crunches, and I did a bench press. Okay, so 5 exercises, and these 5 exercises is what I call compound exercises. They work your whole body. They're multi-joint exercises. When you do pull-up, it's multi-joint. When you do squats, it's multi-joints. When you do bent over rolls, it's multi-joint. So when you first start off, you should not be doing like bicep curls and triceps, because you're going to be creating imbalances. What you want to do at first is do compound exercises like bent over rolls, deadlifts, squats, because they work your whole body. After a couple of weeks of doing compound exercises, then you could isolate smaller muscle groups. But if you're just starting out, there's no reason to go in there and do your biceps or triceps or work your little shoulder raises, because if you do these compound exercises, which I just mentioned, it's going to work your whole body. And once your whole body is in harmony, then you could isolate it down. Same thing in real estate. Many of you guys are not willing to do the foundation work. You want to isolate just on specific things about real estate or entrepreneurship, and your likelihood of success is very little because you're creating muscle imbalances. If you want to be good at entrepreneurship, you got to start with the foundation, just like push-ups, just like deadlift, just like squats, bent over rolls, because they incorporate your whole body, your mind, your energy. Once your whole body can work as a harmony, then you want to isolate into specific tasks like subject twos or creative financing. But if you can't do the foundation, which is generate leads, you're not going to have any luck doing the isolation moves. Okay, guys? If you're interested in setting a workout program, you want me to show you what I've done for many of my students in the personal training business. Some of them, they still see me, they run up to me and give me hugs because I changed their lives. Just leave a comment below, and I challenge you to get into the gym. If you want to make more money, get into the gym. If you want to have a better future, get into the gym. The reason I got into the gym is because, my baby's 4 months old. When I pick her up, my biceps starts getting pumped up, okay? And I'm thinking to myself, dude, I'm 40 years old and I can't even hold my baby for, 20 minutes before my arms start lactating acid and getting in pain. And that's when I realized that, man, I'm out of shape. I need to get into the gym, and not for only my baby, for you guys and for myself and my business, guys, because without the right mindset, it's hard to do a business, and the gym helps you get the right mindset. So I challenge you to get into the gym. If you guys are interested in learning the 5 basic compound exercises that I teach all my students that have hired me in personal training back in the years, I'll be happy to show it to you guys. And I challenge you, get into the gym. Let's do it together, guys. Hustle and bustle. See ya.